And away we go. It is the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. This show, as always, brought to you by our friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Perfect time to get down there. The patio is open. It's a very quaint little atmosphere to sit and enjoy outside. Have yourself some fried chicken, have yourself a nice cold beverage, and enjoy the nightlife in and around downtown Cincinnati. Just minutes from downtown in Dayton, Kentucky. So there you go. Let's get down to business. The Nippert at Night camp kicks off football camp season for the Bearcats tonight. Mick will have plenty on this camp. It was to summarize a lot of really good local and kind of regional 2024 talent on campus tonight. And I think it was a good chance for some of these kids in and around the state, some of the higher rated kids around the state, a chance to get back on campus and get worked out by the coaching staff. So Mick will have a lot of those details. The two headliners, Tavion Galloway, the tight end, who is the number one ranked prospect in the state, and then Moeller stud running back Jordan Marshall was there as well. So stay tuned for that. There's Mick's got a long article up on the board previewing who all was there. He'll circle back around and get some info on how he thought everybody looked and what kids that didn't have offers might have earned one from their performance. The important thing that came out of that camp today.
Go on.
An offer goes out to Cam Calhoun.
I thought he was already committed somewhere.
He is already committed somewhere, but now when he committed somewhere, he did not hold a Cincinnati offer. And now he does hold a Cincinnati offer. And I think things are trending in a good direction for the Bearcats on that one. He is going to take an official visit to UC next weekend. That was, I guess, set up today that he will be taking his official visit to get a better look at the program next weekend. He was there today. They weren't camping, but they were hanging around and having a very good time with Jermaine Matthews. And Jermaine Matthews is his teammate at Winton Woods. Those two guys, Aaron, they like to chat. They were asking, like they were trying to gauge, what it takes to get on the BCJ podcast to join us. Yeah. I said, well, there's one thing you can do to get on the podcast with us. And that's both of you be committed to Kentucky or to Cincinnati. I was looking at the Kentucky thing and kind of giggling. Sorry. You're both committed to Cincinnati. We'll see about having you on the old BCJ podcast. So we'll see how that goes. Jermaine Matthews obviously picked up an offer from Ohio State yesterday.
I saw that.
He is visiting Cincinnati this weekend officially. So he has a commitment date set for July 4th. We'll see if that changes or not. So that was kind of the newsy piece of information. Both of those guys, high level defensive backs. I think I found out who Jermaine Matthews' host is going to be this weekend, and it's interesting.
Is it Sauce?
No, Sauce is not allowed to be his host, but it's Baby Sauce.
Oh, JQ?
Yeah, they're already trusting JQ enough to put him in the lead on hosting visits.
That kid's gonna be something special.
He dapped me up today. He had the gold grill on.
Oh,
Fick was messing with him a little bit, and he was like, "Look, man, I was about to get into something else." And the guys were like, "We got to go, let's go check out this camp." So I was about ready to be out and about. I didn't think I was coming over here, so I had my out and about look on. And you can tell already, like this is one of the things that's really beneficial about early enrollment. Like he's comfortable. He's a Bearcat now, right? Like he's had 6 months to be on campus, to get accustomed to life as a Bearcat, and he is settling in. So he was joking around and laughing and having a good time today. And I just always love like getting out to these camps when June hits every year, because it's a good time, right? Like you've got to experience it. It's a very in terms of what we do coverage wise, it's a much looser atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a little FOMO tonight.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. You're not allowed to come Sunday, unfortunately.
I know.
I know it breaks your heart
a little bit,
but so yeah, it's good to get back out there and cut it up with everybody. A new addition to the recruiting department. They got a new employee who I walked in and was one of the first faces I saw. Michael Kopegorodsky has started his journey after being a member of the football team by working with Pat and Max in the recruiting department. And
that's a fantastic hire.
Yeah. Oh, I love Kope. He was talking about he was going to stick the Russian mafia on somebody for something. I love like him and Royer were two of my favorites to just like chat with, because they're so funny and genuine, and they're like, they got here the hard way, walking on for 5 years, and I love those guys. So it was good to see him around. And there was a certain class of 2022 quarterback that has made his way to campus, and that's kind of the main topic of tonight's Galactic Fried Chicken Nightcap. I warned. I was talking to Michael Colosimo, who is the quality control or whatever, for the quarterbacks. Like he works with Gino. And I said, y'all better be careful, because if Fick sees him walking around looking like this, he's going to make him a linebacker. The way Fick likes to take offensive guys and move them over to defense. Like you better be careful. He is ripped. So apparently my understanding was he was finishing high school, which is why he didn't enroll early. But apparently his family moved back to Arizona. They were in Tennessee. He graduated from the prep school he went to. The school he went to, yeah.
Trent Dilfer, head coach.
And he moved back to Arizona with his dad, who's the former strength and conditioning coach for the Denver Broncos. And he has spent the last 6 months just nonstop working out.
Sculpting his body.
Yeah, just nonstop working out. Like he was a pretty skinny kid. Yeah, like relatively skinny. He wasn't like Evan. Like he wasn't like,
correct.
Okay. But he wasn't a thick kid when we saw him 1 year ago today.
Correct.
He's built like a monster right now. Luther, what's going on? And he was kind of throwing a little bit with the quarterbacks today. That's one of the ways that these kids can make money in the off season, is they work these camps. So he was hanging around working the camp a little bit with Gino and Colosimo, and was throwing a little bit, and the ball, it's just what we talked about a year ago, Aaron. The ball just comes out of his hands so easy. So easy.
I want to go back to him moving out of Tennessee to Arizona. That's the beautiful thing about Tennessee, right? Because you're in the middle of the mountains. You can just slip out quietly in the night.
Right.
No one knows.
Well, he was in Nashville.
No. Okay. Still the same.
That's still a pretty big town. But he was at a smaller school, and it just kind of nobody really talked about it. And that was the word today. It was like, no, he's been in Arizona for 6 months with his dad, just lifting weights and throwing footballs.
Unreal.
That quarterback room, man. this competition is going to be so interesting because look,
I told you a couple weeks ago when we did the quarterback room discussion in this very podcast realm that Luther's still, you got to watch out for him. We saw it a year ago. Just he effortlessly flicks and the ball sails 50 yards. I don't know what that looks like now with him shredded.
He might flick and it sails 70 yards. Like it's and a lot of it is you could tell a lot of the work was core, like abs to knees, like his quads were like
so you can escape tackles.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a lot of the stuff that the work that Jordan Palmer has done has been dedicated to like
core,
how much that impacts your ability to get set your base, to deliver the ball accurately. It's a lot of the work that he did with Dez, getting Dez accuracy worked on. It was core stuff as opposed to just arm strength. Because if your feet are set and you know where you're throwing the ball, your delivery is going to be a lot more consistent, a lot more repeatable. So you can tell they've done a bunch of training and getting him ready to come to campus. I still think coming in the summer, it's gonna I don't see much of a chance for him to win the starting job as a true freshman. But by the time that kid is a redshirt freshman, he's going to expect to compete for this job. And we've seen Brady Lichtenberg take a step forward. And you got Evan Prater, and you potentially have 2 years of Ben Bryant. Like, that room is going to be a dogfight. And the young pup is going to be looking to bite some ankles. It's going to be fun. I mean, it just... You don't see a kid very often that just is so effortless in throwing the ball. I asked one of the wide receivers today, I said, "You get a chance to throw with them yet?" And he goes, "Yeah, it comes out different. It comes out different." Like, yeah, I know. We saw it. I know. So that was my primary takeaway from today was he looks great and looks like he's ready to go. I talked to him for a few minutes. Said he's, getting situated and kind of, getting accustomed to everything. Like, I know, like, based on what I've heard, like, he's a dietary freak on, like, what goes in his body, what he's, every day. Like, he's very regimented and routine, and Brady's going to love that shit. But that's right up Brady's alley.
For sure.
So here's the other fun part about today. You'll get a kick out of this. So after practice, everybody's kind of mulling around and talking, and everybody's starting to filter out. And Lenny throws a pass. He's like, "JQ, go deep." Lenny throws a pass, and I'm like, "I thought you used to be a quarterback." The first one he threw short. Like, bounced it. I was like, "I thought you used to be a quarterback." And he's like, "Oh, JQ, go deep." And he threw one like 45 yards in the air. And I was like, "That's all right, but you can't throw it farther than Luther." He's like, "Sure I can." He chucked it. And I was like, "Luther." And Luther, ever the gracious quarterback, was like, "Nah, he's got me. He's got me. Good throw, Lenny." And like let Lenny have his little moment. So he's already leading, right? He's already playing the game. Because all he would have had to have done was go both toes on that 50-yard line and
go, and throw it into the stands.
Right. Exactly. So no, it was a fun camp. It was good times. It's good to get back out there. I miss doing these things all the way up until they come back around. And today was perfect. Like, it was perfect temperature. It was just mid-70s. A lot of times, and there will be some of these here in the next couple of weeks where it's 93 degrees, and you've been there. It ain't fun.
Nope. Especially when you wear jeans.
Yeah, not smart.
Nope.
Not smart.
Sure wasn't.
I've made that mistake many times
I
before.
remember.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. That's a quick one tonight, Aaron. Maybe I think tomorrow might be a fire pit night. Might be a night off. I've got radio. I'm probably not going to feel like talking when I get home. Okay. But we'll be back at it Saturday and Sunday, I guess. Well, when are you coming back? We haven't even talked about your schedule. Do we need to go tomorrow? So
we'll talk off air.
Okay. We'll be on twice this weekend. I just don't know when. It's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!